Hello. Who left you
Autopilot
way out
disengaged.
here all by yourself?
Docking granted.
Hello, my name is Cronus Adair, and this is X4 Foundations. And we just found an abandoned Odysseus class destroyer in faulty logic. We got no weapons and random turrets. Alright. Very nice. That's two destroyers for our fleet so far. Well, as I alluded to at the end of our last episode, today we'll be making steps to move us from being a front for the Terran Secret Service to an actual legitimate faction in our own right. Okay, economic update to start us out. We've pretty much achieved all of our goals for the Sol system. We have trade depots in Venus, Saturn, and the asteroid and the Oort cloud, all selling Terran goods and making me tons and tons of money. They're fed by one of each of agricultural goods, metallic microetis, silicon carbide, and computronic substrate. And it's pretty much set up on a continuous basis, so I don't really need to put any input into these. As you see, tons of computronic substrate to sell. It's selling its own and selling it to Terra and the Pioneers. As you can see, making me tons and tons of money. And the same thing for the Oort cloud. Oh, and this is what they look like. And quite steady, both sales and good amount of supply. Now, while I have been conducting operations for the Terran Secret Service, I've also claimed some sectors. So, we have claimed the Ore Belt, which is right off of Frontier Edge. Third Redemption, which is where we discovered the Hyperion. Adventure's Promise. Sanctum Verge, which is lousy with Ka'ak. Now, I do plan to contest Frontier Edge with Argon, and we'll be setting up some operations here. In the Atlia's pocket, the Xenon pretty much collapsed. I'm not sure what happened, but I'm contesting Elias with Fortune 1. Unfortunately, Argon or Antigone got their dock up before we did, or got their defense station up before we did. However, in Elias Misfortune 3, I got my defense platform up, and a helpful Terran Asgard from the Intervention Corps knocked out the Xenon defense platform, so we have ownership of the system. And as you can see, HOP took faulty logic, where we discovered the abandoned Odysseus class destroyer. And finally, I've also claimed Heretic's End. Now, I plan on setting up a industrial area in the Ore Belt, which will be the linchpin of our operations. The Ore Belt's actual resources aren't all of that deep, but Third Redemption, Adventure's Promise, and Sanctum Verge all have good outputs, as well as Frontier Edge. So I'll plan on setting up a industrial sector in the ore belt.
Awaiting orders.
We'll have mining areas at Adventure's Promise, Third Redemption, Sanctum Verge, Frontier's Edge, at Leah's Misfortune, probably Faulty Logic
Awaiting
as well.
orders.
In Frontier Edge, I would like to eventually put up an equipment dock. Also, given the way my income stream's coming through from our operations in Seoul, I'll probably start considering putting up a wharf in Saturn. I'll probably name that Titan Station. So, beyond that, what do we need? Well, probably set up initially mining stations and solar power plants. The mining stations will be the same as what we set up in, say, the asteroid belt. Although I did discover I don't need to set travel bans on the miners, I just need to set activity bans. And with activity bans, they won't go beyond the mine beyond the sector I want them to be in. Orbelt will have large mining depots, and the idea is Orbelt will pull in from the surrounding area into them, and the manufacturing stations in the Orbelt will get their ores from the Orbelt mining depots. And they can also reach out to the surrounding ones. None of them will be significantly far away. I also set up a similar operation in Harikan's End, but that has a lower priority. And the eventual goal is to set up a shipyard, probably in Third Redemption, given that it's isolated right off of Orbelt. But we'll see. Now, what do we need? Number one, we've got to clear out these major Ka'ak hives. Sanctum Verge has a lot of resources, particularly silicon and ore, that we'll want to be able to collect. It's also going to be a major entrance to our territory from Sagaris and the God Realm of the Paranid. And especially this hive is right on the trade route that we need. We don't want them to be there. Second, there's also a major Ka'ak hive in Antigone Memorial, which could potentially put outlier hives in our operations around the Ore Belt and in the asteroid belt that we want to get rid of. For that, we do want destroyers. We have two. We have the Delilah's Swan Song, and we also have the Odyssey, which is what I've named our Odysseus-class destroyer that was reclaimed. What we'll need to do is get those going and start them bashing the Ka'ak hives. Now, I'd also like to expand my destroyer fleet. And the way I'm going to do that is I've purchased a number of split cobras. I'm going to be using those to... I'm going to find Scale Plate and Fallen Family destroyers, and I'm going to board them. We're going to be doing our work to reduce piracy and expand our fleet at the same time. Next, we're back on the Hyperion to talk to Omekenslot because we have the rest of the stuff he needs to dismantle the ship's AGI, and he's going to give us the ship.
Greetings.
Hi. Here's the rest of your stuff.
We wish to extend our gratitude for your continued and invaluable help. As promised, the dignified galleon, once called Trinity, now Hyperion, shall be gifted into your capable stewardship. Treat her well, and she will serve you faithfully for the rest of your life. Safe journey.
The ship will be undocking soon.
All right. And we got a 4-star captain for her. Very nice. Okay, so this Hyperion is very, very special. It's pretty much fully modded. Alright. Now, I'm actually going to rip all the mods off of this to apply to other ships. Okay. But, very nice ship. That will give us 2 Hyperions. Now, for outlying Ka'ak outposts, 2 Hyperions can take those down by themselves easily. However, Hyperions generally aren't strong enough to take on the large hives. That being said, they are very, very helpful. Oh, and once more, we are going to name her the Trinity. Now, a trick you can do for ships like the Odysseus that have a medium docking pad is you can get a gunboat like the Terran Gian, put a bunch of flak turrets on it. The Gian is nice because all the turrets face up. Alright. Then what you do, if you set them to defend commander, then you go to the Odyssey. You could have it set it docked. It will dock on the Odyssey, stay out of your order interface, and now it's considered a fleet. We're going to rename that fleet to the TNS. TNS Odyssey. There. Now all of our capital ships are here, and what I did for these instead is they have docked fighters. So that is that. And here we are on the docking station of the Odyssey, where our Gian is going to come in and make its docking maneuver. And there she is. Beautiful. And she will stay right here and shoot at anything that threatens the Odyssey.
The ship will be undocking soon.
Now, I was lucky enough to find one of these rare missions where the faction actually requests you take out the Ka'ak hive. So I'm going to get paid 14 million for something that I was going to do anyway. So basically, I'm having the Odyssey and the Delilah Swansong attack the Ka'ak hive. And I've got the Trinity and the Wildcard defending each destroyer. And the idea is they're going to take out the small and medium ships that attack me. Unfortunately, the Hyperions aren't shielded well enough to be able to really fight the hives. Whereas you could pretty much count on destroyers being able to take care of themselves. Now if you hit Y while in the cockpit of a ship, you can zoom in on whatever you're looking at. Now I've got the Delilah Swansong fit with plasma and flak guns for point defense. Plasma for taking out heavy ships and stations.
Cog installation. Cog defense platform.
Now I'm going to be fitting all my capital ships with Terran engines simply because they have a very low charge time and good travel acceleration. I'm a big believer in low charge and fast acceleration into travel mode. And you can see the small and medium Ka'ak spawning in. Our top flak turrets fighting off the enemy as they approach.
Reporting back for duty. The mission was a complete success.
And beyond fighting these Ka'ak hives because they're a menace to miners, their ships do drop a lot of mod components, which is going to be very useful for me later on in my campaign. Now, unfortunately, enemy attacks are keeping us from going into travel mode, but it's pretty much flea bites on a Sin-class destroyer like this.
Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't mean to hit you.
You're fine. My shields can take whatever you can dish out, Wildcard. And you can see the Odyssey's main guns engaging the defense platform. Alright, now that just leaves the hive itself.
Odysseus. Cog installation.
Now our plasma turrets have already destroyed some of the station. Now we're going to lay our main batteries into it.
Awaiting orders.
And that's the hive destroyed.
Go! Move it! You are free to engage.
Continuing combat.
I have a team working on bypassing a lockdown. They say it's too risky to engage.
Tell them to fall back. Open fire. Continuing engagement.
We're taking heavy losses.
Tell them to fall back.
Alright, and we have our first captured Phoenix. Alright, and if anyone in the comments would like to name this Phoenix, feel free. And out in Sanctum Verge, the Terran Navy, actually the Terran Intervention Corps is helping me take out one of the Ka'ak hives. Now, why do the Terrans have two destroyers? You've got the Osaka, and we've got the Sin, which we're flying. The Sin comes from the old anti-AGI task force. Same thing that the Asgard comes from. And it's very much designed to wreck capital ships and large stationary targets. It's got 8 large turrets, 3 main guns, and 4 small, medium turrets. Whereas the Osaka here, as you can see, it's a much flatter profile. It's only got 2 main guns, 3 large turrets, but it has many more medium turrets. Got 10 medium turrets compared to the Sin's 4. Basically, after the Asgard was released, the Terran Navy realized it needed more escorts. So that's what the Osaka is. It's an escort. It's designed to give Asgards more medium turrets nearby to counter fighters. Alright. That is our second destroyer captured. A behemoth. Alright, that's our third destroyer. Alright, and that is a third Phoenix secured, 4 destroyers overall. One thing I've done is I've picked up a Shiyaku Vanguard to serve as kind of a dormitory ship. That way I don't have to run the Cobras out to get Marines all the time.
Tell them to fall back.
Alright, and that is our second Behemoth, our 5th destroyer overall. Okay, we're in Activa's Choice 1 where there's a bit of a situation. The Activa's defense platform in front of the Xenon gate has fallen, and as such, the Xenon are swarming in. I'm coming in with the Delilah Swan Song to even the odds a little bit.
Autopilot disengaged.
Well, that PE didn't last long. Let's try this again. So the thing with engaging Xenon capital ships is that within their graviton turrets range, nothing the Commonwealth of the player has can compare, except maybe the Asgard's main cannon. However, pretty much everything that you have access to can outrange the Xenon weapons. So you've got to play it very cool. Stay just outside of their engagement range. Okay, gotta let my main guns cool. As you see, I'm raining plasma onto that K. And we're already into hull. There we go.
Xenon defense platform.
And now the Xenon are swarming the Swan Song, but the flat cannon are putting out as much as they're getting.
Go away.
Their flak is doing its job of driving off the Xenon. Unfortunately, Sins don't generally have enough to kill these fighters. That's where you kind of want to have fighter support for your capitals. But we're not quite there yet. So we're going to take out this defense platform before it gets going. There's a Terran Katana above us, engaging the Xenon PE.
Why are you shooting me?
Zulby, you got in the way of my turret fire.
PE.
And there goes the Xenon Defense Station. Thank you for the close air support, Mr. Katana.
Build storage.
I'm going to take out the build storage just because I can. And as you see on my radar in the lower left, the Xenon are being driven back now that the K is gone and they no longer have that linchpin to rally around.
Malfunctioning circuit system.
There we go. Now the build storage is gone. Family Zin is also in a bit of a spot. They've got 3K on the loose in their systems.
Malfunctioning circuit system.
So we're going to go assist them. Now there's the safe way of doing this, which is going the long way around through a Heretic's End, or there's the fun way. We're going to do the fun way.
Danger. Entering system. Tharka's Cascade.
This is Tharka's Cascade. It's the system that it connects Tactiva's Choice to Xenon space, and it also connects Family Zin. And we're just going to blow straight through it and kill all 3K on the other side. Oh, there's an Asgard down there. It's taking some hull damage.
Entering system.
Alright,
Family
you
Zin.
are down here.
K.
Oh, there's a rattlesnake engaging that K. I don't think I'm going to get it to it in time, though. The thing about rattlesnakes is they do have an awful lot of hull. Maybe I can pull it out. And right now I'm in the K's weakest firing arc. Above and behind them. Finished that ship's hash.
In. Rattlesnake.
Rattlesnake might survive. Alright, next target.
A.
Thanks for your help.
Now, some of you might be wondering, why do I fly capitals in first person and fly subcapitals in second? Well, I prefer second person for situational awareness, but I feel capitals are so weighty, they work best in first person.
Back up.
Hello. Hi there, Split. I brought some firepower. I don't think you'll mind. Alright. Careful. We're about to stray within graviton range. And here we come some gravitons. They're taking some hits, but there's no way it's going to take our shields down before it goes. Alright. And here we have K number 3. And oh, it looks like it might actually go down before I get to it.
Danger.
Good for the Split. No.
Thank you.
There we go.
Thanks for your help.
I don't know if we actually killed it, but I'll take credit anyway. Alright. Oh. Wait, there's more. There's a fourth one.
K.
Alright, here comes a crazy Terran to get rid of your Xenon problems. I'm not even going to bother giving you another salvo of my main guns. I'll let my plasma finish you off. Okay. That pretty effective. And we saved that rattlesnake. There's a second rattlesnake over there too. Cool. Alright. We're going to have the Swan Song fly over near this equipment dock for safekeeping. And I'm going to teleport to the wild card, and we're going to give
Thanks for your help.
Activa's Choice
Thank you.
a little more backup. One trick if you want to go going a little bit faster is you can actually boost while your travel drive charges. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. Each Hyperion carries 200 laser towers, and we're going to dump them directly in front of this gate.
Awaiting orders.
Requesting immediate backup.
Alright, looks like that's all 200. Now, in case you're curious, you can take out a K with a Hyperion. It's just a little tricky. Okay. And we're going to have the wild card to have go a little hog wild while we go to the Trinity and do the same thing.
Sir.
We're going to deploy them a little further out to try to catch. There we go. And we'll just go in a little circle right here. Look at those laser towers go to town. Alright, that's the last of them.
Hello there.
Alright, what have we got? Alright, Trinity. Your turn. Attack targets in range. Go help that behemoth. Alright, what's going on in Family Jin? And they've pretty much cleaned up their own problems. Now, there was a defense station right here. And they lost their electronics factory up here. Although this field coal factory is intact. This hull part factory is not intact. So, historically, the Split do have a tough time holding on to Family Jin, but they were lucky enough to have a defense station right here. Unfortunately, the Xenon took that defense station out, but as you see, they've got some serious metal here. They've got two raptors, a rattlesnake, no, two rattlesnakes, including the damaged one. They've even got a monitor, two monitors to back them up. So, yeah. Looks like they're safe for the moment. And our two Hyperions are quickly reducing the remaining Xenon in system. And there we are.
Corral Kami.
Alright, Mr. Shinneman. Let's get the Gumption's Gambit into the fight.
You're done for.
One thing I do like about the Kurokami is you can have the full
Danger.
turret targeting your forward
Not
enemy.
tolerate your actions.
Oh,
B.
calm down.
PE.
Awaiting orders.
Ooh, we got an exceptional shield generator coil. Nice. Another 40 laser towers can't hurt.
PE.
Oh, it's a Xenon raid.
F.
We found something out here.
I know you have. Ignore it.
M. PE.
We found something out here.
I'm aware.
M.
Now, why am I using pulse turrets instead of flak turrets? Well, if I'm using the Gumption's Gambit to kill, like, criminals at stations,
PE.
or work closely with allied empires, firing explosive ammo at them doesn't necessarily make them happy with you.
PE.
Alright.
PE.
And the Xenon are now clear of Hectiva's Choice 1.
A concerned supervisor has brought an issue to our attention regarding the morale and motivation of several of your skilled workers. Perhaps a meeting is in order. Very well. I will contact the supervisor and arrange for her to meet with us.
Alright, let's go see what the supervisor wants. Hello.
Thanks for meeting with me. I'm a shift supervisor for one of your factories. After speaking to my manager about an issue, we felt it
Well,
best to
thank you for
approach
bringing it to my
A
attention.
number of our workers are going AWOL, and overall productivity is down. Rumor has it that they're frequenting an entertainment center that recently opened in a nearby sector.
Interesting.
You wish to punish these delinquents and are seeking our permission?
Bozo, no.
Actually, just the opposite. We think it would be a great idea to incorporate a similar facility on our station. It would be more convenient for our workers, as well as making us more attractive to the skilled workforce market.
Sounds like you've given this quite some thought.
If punishment is off the table, then I suppose that creating an environment to exert more control is desirable.
Bozo.
I wouldn't put it quite that way.
Neither would I.
How do you expect us to proceed? Do you happen to have a blueprint for this module?
No, but I can put you in contact with the guy in charge of the entertainment center. He seemed rather excited at the prospect of competition. Maybe take a look around and see if it's something you want to invest time in.
I am curious as to how this can improve productivity. Perhaps it is worth your attention.
I better be getting back. Thank you for your time.
Alright, thank you, Carrie. Here we are. Let's find this casino manager.
Ah, you're not one of my usual patrons. I assume you're here to keep tabs on your workers.
That's quite a guess. You know who I am?
Oh, of course I do. I have the utmost respect for fellow entrepreneurs, but I have to view them as potential competition, perhaps even partners. So, you like what you see here?
Interesting
You've joined
place.
us during one of the most important races of the season. Unfortunately, you're a bit too late to place a wager. The odds-on favorite is in the lead with a sizable gap. Hardly the excitement we were hoping for, but they can't all be classics.
We're waiting for Lasanis to clear the nebula and make the run to the finish. Wait! Who's this? The ship of Romankins has emerged first, coming out of absolutely nowhere to take the lead of this race!
Okay.
Yet another miraculous comeback that defies all logic. Such outcomes only serve to test my patience. Let's cut to the chase. You're looking to acquire a blueprint. I have such a blueprint. While I could charge you an extortionate amount, I would rather we had a productive relationship.
Do tell.
The various racing leagues allow all sorts of underhanded tactics to make the events more exciting and unpredictable.
You're saying it's
This
it's
simply
rigged?
breeds cheats, both on track and behind the scenes. The recent race outcomes have left me in an unfortunate financial position. If you were able to help me to disrupt even one of these race-fixing operations, the blueprint is yours.
He is saying it's rigged. What do you have in mind?
You mean it? Don't worry, I'm not planning anything too drastic. First, we're going to need a ship, something to submit as an actual racing craft. I'll send you the minimum specs for the league. This is going to be fun.
Okay. We need to get a racing ship.
Entering system. Family Zin.
Alright, we're going to interrupt our little interlude
I.
with the gambling den manager because there's another major Xenon incursion into Family Jin, go figure. Led by an eye of all things. So, you're gonna get to watch me take down an eye for the first time. Hi, Mr. I.
Requesting immediate backup. Requesting immediate backup.
Reporting back for duty. The mission was a complete success.
I was trying to run. You're not getting away. Now an eye is a whole nother beast compared to a K. Much more shielding, much more firepower, much more dangerous. We're still gonna take it down. K would be almost dead at this point, but notice how the eye still has its shields. Going into reverse to maintain distance.
Requesting immediate backup. Requesting immediate backup.
And this ought to finish its hash. Alright. Now we've got a K here. And of course we're charging into its most dangerous firing arc, but we'll be fine.
Thank you.
And we overheated the guns by accident. Surprised the plasmas aren't firing.
Requesting immediate backup.
There we go.
Requesting immediate backup.
Requesting immediate backup.
Back today, Mr. K. Plasma fire is falling behind it, but we're landing some hits now. That should settle that. And accidentally overheated the guns again. Notice how it stopped as soon as I started firing at it. Unfortunately, the split lost this hull parts factory before I could get here. Now this particular K is already heavily damaged. I must have had to run into the split before I got here.
Thanks for your help.
Jump gate. Arca's Cascade.
And there's yet another K. Oh, there's some Terrans. 2 Osakas.
K.
And there's a B harassing us. You can see the Terran task force. Oh, there's 3 destroyers. Well,
thanks for your help.
Split are going to be getting some Terran assistance. Yeah, one of them's a Sen. Well, so the Sen's going to take some hull damage, but should be able to keep it alive. I'll get in close, see if I can distract it. it is. There, that was an I and I think 5 Ks at this point. Looks like there's some Xenon mediums that are annoyed that I destroyed their capital ships.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And we're into travel drive again. See ya, Xenon.
Great work in getting that ship. Come and speak with me, and we'll get started.
Alright. Alright, Drek, I delivered your racing ship.
How's the plan coming along? Hey there. That ship is our ticket into the League. One of the lower ones, at least. Don't worry. We're not aiming to enter you into some crazy death race.
Me? What do you mean, me?
The fewer people involved, the better. If it all goes well, we can find a pilot later. Until then, you're gonna have to show off some of your flying skills. Don't be so cold. I know you've run a time trial before. For the Crimson Egg Racing League.
That was
The time
basically
trial
a drag
here is
race.
Slightly more challenging, but hey, that's part of the fun. Once you ace it, we'll be able to get close to some of the shadier characters in the league, without raising too much suspicion. Are you ready to go?
Do I have a choice? I don't have a choice. Alright, I'll cut to when...
You're all set to go. Give it your best shot.
Yeah, I'll cut to when we get through this.
That's great work. You're a natural. Bring the ship back safe and sound
Finally.
and move on to the next step.
How's the plan coming along? Good job out there. I'll make sure that ship is well taken care of.
Better.
I actually think it would be a good idea to find a seasoned pilot, even if it is just to help us avoid suspicion when we start poking around. You are probably better suited to recruitment than I am. If they're going to be flying your ship, then you should have the final say.
Alright, I'll get a
I'm
pilot.
gonna chase up some leads. There's another event on soon, and I'm already seeing some very unlikely outcomes being bet upon by the masses.
Drek here. I think I need a bit of help. I started following a pair of
What
race
now?
officials, but they've split up. I'm sure those guys are up to no good. I'm keeping an eye on one ship, but I'll need you to find the other one. I'll send you what information I have.
Alright. Alright, Drek, I'm approaching the position you indicated.
If I may interrupt, I have been watching your progress during this rather fruitless endeavor.
Thank you,
But it
Bozo.
seems that you may have stumbled upon something fascinating. I implore you to search this area for any anomalies. Your systems are picking up telltale signs of a spatial rift, but it appears to be incredibly stable.
Rift, like what Ace found?
You appear to have found a very stable gravitational anomaly.
Stable warp anomaly.
Yeah, this is what Ace and I used to get away from the Ministry of Finance.
It appears that a nearby ship is interfering with this anomaly, perhaps to reliably travel between 2 points. Oh, you appear to have scared them away.
Can you hear me? I'm in a bit of trouble out here.
What's up, Drek?
I've taken damage. Why would they place mines out here? I'm repairing my engines, but there's a weird gravitational field that keeps bashing me around.
It appears that your acquaintance may have found the anomaly that is linked to this one. While it does appear safe to enter, you cannot be sure of what is on the other side.
Alright, here goes nothing.
did you come from? I'm almost done with repairs, but those mines are getting awfully close. Mind taking them out?
Trucker mine.
Can do.
Unknown object.
As you see, with now that I have my own warp, I was able to change my X Shuttle's equipment to all EM cannons.
I'm back up and running. Question is, what do we do with this thing?
Hello there. Allow me to interject. While I am curious as to what methods were used to stabilize such an anomaly, I believe that it is in our interest to return it to its natural state. Until we can ascertain the methods used, we must consider this a reckless activity performed by amateurs.
Or criminals.
And how do you suggest we fix it?
I surmise that each traversal will introduce gravitational eddies which will serve to destabilize it. In short, fly through until you are lost.
Oh,
Let us hope
great
you
idea.
Find yourself in a Xenon
Yes!
If
Let's.
that's what it'll take, then I'll do my part. I'll follow your lead.
Alright, let's hope we don't end up in a Xenon stronghold.
Stable warp anomaly. Entering system. Nopalia's fortune. Entering system. Silent witness. Entering system. Nopalia's fortune.
Can you hear me? I'm a bit lost, but I seem to be safe. I'll make my way back to the station. You get back safely.
Entering system. Scale plate green.
I'm in scale plate green now. The heck? Interesting. Well, the Teladi have taken the system, so it's safe enough. Alright, I'll see you once I get back to Drek's establishment. Alright, Drek, is that enough adventure for one day?
Good to see you in one piece. Take a look. I entered our ship into the race today, and we seem to be doing quite well. Now we have to hope that our hard work has paid off. Anyone who tries to use that anomaly as a shortcut will get quite a surprise.
What a race! It's Lysanis leading the pack, followed by the newcomer from Trek Racing.
Oh, gripping.
Romankits
And
has
nauseating.
once again disappeared. Will we see him make a miraculous comeback as we did in the previous event? No, it's Lysanis who crosses the line to take the lead in this championship. And a great result for Trek Racing, second place on their first outing.
Hooray, we got second place.
Still no sign of Romankits. I guess his luck ran out.
Or something like that.
There we have it. A much more palatable result. I have to thank you for your help. I'll have this module's blueprint transferred to your computer. Once you've built one, that'll make us rivals, I suppose.
I suppose.
I look forward to the competition.
As do I.
I do wonder what happened to Ramen Kits.
Maybe he's in a Xenon stronghold. Alright, we have the Gambling Den blueprint. Hooray! Okay, so after researching the blueprint for the Gambling Den, Boso Ta thinks he has a refinement for a larger space. So let's see what he's found.
Hello there.
What's this about a casino module?
Which would you like to review first?
Let's hear about the
I
Terrans.
encountered some trouble analyzing all the various discussions on the Terran station.
Oh?
Many scoff at alien cultures, but also find themselves engaged with every new fad to come through the gate. I will spare you the full log. By the time we construct the casino, their taste will have changed. The notable exception is card-based games of deceit, which we would be wise to include.
Okay, what about the Argon?
I believed the Argon had somewhat dull tastes. However, I overheard this exchange which intrigued me.
I'm telling you, the mage class is the way to go. Don't bother with the daily quests. Simply grind until you're rewarded with your first fighter ship.
You've spent far too long in that game.
For good reason.
I must say, I am curious to see what game they are referring to.
I'd advise against it. It's a slippery slope.
It's a little close to home. What about the Paranid?
We managed to overhear a renowned Paranid sportsman discussing a recent tournament he seemingly lost.
I refuse to acknowledge this game of trinkets as a test of true intellect. Join me for a game of Triskelé, and I will show you how superior it is to your chess in every regard.
The Paranid do seem to enjoy games in which they can display their penchant for planning and mathematics. I do wonder if such games fit in a casino setting, though.
Probably. What about the Split?
I was a bit apprehensive when reviewing the Split logs. Although a rather brutish sport was mentioned quite often, I was pleasantly surprised to hear that games of dexterity have also become a source of pride.
Listen to Split tale. Split stood there, victorious. Room full of Paranid, silent, struck by Split glory. Split bested them. Raw skill of Split hands outpacing their superior intellect. They soon asked Split to leave, to wallow in shame.
The Split, equipped with 6 digits on each hand, are quite adept at such games. Unfortunately, this one was unaware that she simply scored highly in a training program designed to test immature Paranid hatchlings. I will place an order for a dozen. It will please me to see the battle-hardened Split play with toys.
Classic Split. What about the Talati?
As you would expect, the Talati are fond of finding ways to amass funds through a plethora of means, including gambling. As we already have that covered, I was looking for anything unexpected and found something.
I was unable to bankrupt myself before the 6th cycle, which is a personal best. I invested in a personal yacht, and summarily appointed an Argon as my treasurer. He later donated a sizable amount to charity.
This is apparently a strategy game to see who can avoid profit and bankrupt themselves first.
So, kind of an opposite of Monopoly.
About poor financial practices.
I find certain aspects of that game rather offensive.
That is the end of my findings.
Okay, neat. And now we should be able to casino module. So this is Titan Station. I don't think I've showed it off yet. It is my wharf in Saturn. And eventually I'll add a shipyard to it. I've got it set to exclusively cater to the Terrans and Sagaris. A lot of station to fill in such a small plot. This goes to show you, you don't need massive 20 by 20 plots all the time. Let's see. Welfare. I'll put a casino right there. Alright. And pretty soon we'll have a casino in addition to a gambling den at our fine establishment. Alright, what have we accomplished this episode? We've established a wharf, Titan Station, in Terran space, servicing Terran and Sagaris needs. We have set up mining and are about to have Terran manufacturing come online in our own systems. We have started an equipment dock. It's still in the early stages in Frontier's Edge, and we have another station in Third Redemption going up. That's going to be our shipyard and our home systems. Next, we'll be establishing Commonwealth manufacturing in our systems so we can service any ship needs. Now, we've expanded our destroyer fleet. We are now 7 destroyers. Yeah, 7 destroyers strong, with the Delilah Swan Song as our flagship. In fact, our boarding operations have been so successful, I actually haven't seen a pirate destroyer since I captured the last behemoth. Now, keep in mind, I actually accidentally destroyed 3 destroyers before I got the hang of capturing them, but hey, it is what it is. I intend for these destroyers to serve as station demolition. Destroyers are really stupid when it comes to operating around enemy stations. However, they're also pretty much your only option as far as taking on stations goes. We have successfully engaged Xeon capital ships defending Hectiva's Choice and Family Jin. Family Jin in particular is in a tough way. As you see, Xenon are making a push. There's a defense platform going up. They've lost a lot of stations. I don't know how much they can hold. And if they lose Family Jin, this is one of their better mining sectors. Without its resource base, Zyarth is probably going to collapse, which honestly, Zyarth is pretty reprehensible, so it might not be a bad thing, but yeah. Alright. In any case, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Stay tuned until next time, and feel free to leave a comment if you want to name one of my captured destroyers. Until then, thank you for watching, and goodbye.